Hey everybody, wanted to take an opportunity to answer a few questions. I did get a chance to do some real world digging with the HydrosPlus performance modification, and I'll throw some of that into the end of this video, but I want to answer the questions first. So what you're looking at is the pump I'm now offering that is equivalent to a 2025 ART pump. And the difference between this and the one you would buy from John Deere is it's about this much. You see the width of that, it's about that much thicker than the John Deere pump. And what that means is you either have to remove your PTO shield, which I'm not recommending, or you take a cutoff wheel and take 3/4 of an inch off of that PTO shield so that this fits snugly into basically the same spot. Bolts in the exact same way as the 2025 ART pump, but again, it is a little bit deeper. So that's something that is now an option that if you're interested, reach out to me at kevin@hydrosplus.com and we'll get you set up. Now, to answer the question of what is it that you're actually doing, what are we getting? Let me start with the basic premise. The basic premise is that the power steering circuit does not need as much fluid as going to it today. And what these small tractors do, John Deere and other small tractors, they take a single pump, which is here, and they use a proportional flow divider or even a priority flow divider probably on some situations, and they split that flow into two circuits. What John Deere does is they split it 50-50 between the steering circuit and the implement circuit. With the factory pump, you're doing about 7 gallons per minute. So you have 3.5 gallons to the implements and 3.5 gallons to the power steering. What this solution does is take some of that from the power steering and redirect it to the implement side. So we replumb this from the factory. It actually goes up under this 3-point arm and it goes into the PTO manifold. This obviously takes it over here, and this isn't the setup that you would get. This is a prototype that I'm just using to test out this pump. It actually comes a lot tighter here, and it goes to, let me turn on the light here, a proportional flow divider, or no, a priority flow divider. So this is a priority flow divider. The existing flow divider, I'll try to point to it here, is a proportional flow divider, and it has to stay. The reason it has to stay is because the PTO switch is included. So we have to continue to run fluid through this proportional flow divider. So that's when we add a priority flow divider so that we can change the ratio that works better for us on the implement side. So this sends about 1.5 to 2 gallons a minute to here. This allows you to actuate your PTO and continues to feed your steering circuit. The excess of that flow actually goes into this, which connects into the existing implement circuit. And that's it in a nutshell. There are a number of other parts and different things that actually make it work that I can't really show you because of the seats on. But for those, that's the answer to the question of what exactly am I buying and how does it work? Now, you see 3 tubes there, again, a few other parts. I tell people I think this will take you 90 minutes to do. If I start from scratch, it takes me about 30. If I switch it back and forth, anywhere from 15 to 25 is what it takes me to take it back to stock or to add this system. The longest part of it is tapping 2 holes here to secure the new priority flow divider. So the second question I want to answer, I'm going to use this tractor here, is will this affect if I have power beyond, if I have a third function SCV? And the reason I'm going over here is the 1023 is a lot more open. You can see it a lot better. Let me show you this. This is the factory setup. This is where the 3-point tube goes in. Now, if you have an R version, a 1025R or 2025R, you actually have the position control here. So this looks a lot more open. It's not that open on the 1025R. Let me show you this. This is what the PTO shield looks like. This is the same pump that comes factory. If you want to save hundreds of dollars, you take this, cut it back about 3/4 of an inch, and that other pump will fit right in there. So this has the same PTO manifold set up, but the reason this doesn't change or have any concerns of adding additional hydraulics is everything on my system works on the left side of the tractor. All of the PTO or the Power Beyond, third function SCV is all on the right side of the tractor. And the reason it is because this SCV holds the pressure relief valve. Everything that you add to this tractor is going to go through here. So I'll point this out. This is a pressure hose that comes from that side that we feed directly from the new flow divider. This is a pressure tube that goes to the rock shaft, and this is a back to tank tube. So this is a low pressure tube. So that's what the configuration is stock. If you have Power Beyond, you actually change, I think it's this tube here that comes from the rock shaft. You actually add a loop for the Power Beyond to come here, and it actually drains back to tank on the low pressure side. If you add a third function SCV, you add a new electrically controlled SCV under here. Those pipes come back and they connect into these same pressure circuits, because remember, all of the implement circuit has to connect to that initial pressure side. And since we do all of the work prior to connecting into that, I'm very confident that there'll be no, I know that there's no concerns now, but there's not going to be any concerns in the future, because you would never connect any, additional functionality to this tractor behind that. It doesn't make sense. So that's it. I hope that answers a few questions. And now I'll throw up some digging footage to give you an idea of how this works in the real world.